we go. And I am now recording. Hello, everybody, and welcome to HedgePay, the first of our two AMAs today. Today we are having an AMA with Defi Yield. I'm getting some feedback. It might be Sonali's microphone. I'm not sure. However, we do have Sonali here with us this morning, and we want to welcome her. She is with Defi Yield. Defi Yield is a new project that we're bringing on to our IDO. Basically, with they control your digital assets with a full suite of innovative tools, invest confidently, supported by their auditing experts. Okay, and of course, let's get back up here. And of course, they also offer a free DeFi security ebook. So make sure that you do go to their website at DeFiYield.app and go ahead and download your free copy as well. And although Defi Yield has been vetted by us, we just want you to let you know that this is not financial advice. So please do your own research on any project that we ever have here at HedgePay. So I'm going to turn it over to Mason, and we'll get this thing started. Mason, you're muted.
That helps. Thank you for telling me. Say, Sonali, my name is Mason. Why don't you go ahead and just give us a chance to hear more about you, a little bit about yourself, and a little bit about your team.
Sure. Yeah. Thank you so much. Well, my name is Sonali, and I work as head of communications for Defi Yield. I've been in the crypto space since 2017. I used to hold educational workshops in Vancouver, BC, on crypto for a lot of people here. And I'm also the sole producer of the blockchain yacht cruise event. It was like a conference on a boat here on the west side of Canada, the first of its kind. And it was an awesome success. And yeah, it's been great. And now I work for Defi Yield, and I really enjoy what I do. It's a great team. Everyone's passionate about what they do. And yeah, and so that's a little bit about myself. And the team is really incredible. So we have about, I believe, like 40 to 50, about 50 people on the team right now, with developers, marketing, and just, yeah, it's a really great team that's passionately working on the project every day right now with what we're doing. Really happy with it.
Awesome. So your other team members is your CEO doxed?
Are they docs?
Yeah, is your team doxed?
That I'm not actually sure what that. Sorry, I'm not sure what that means when you say docs.
That just means is there identity out there? Can people like see their picture on your website?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it's totally public. Anybody can view them on our website and also reach out to them as well.
Okay. Now, can you tell us a little bit about the origin of Defi Yield, where you guys came up with the idea and how it's?
Sure. Yeah. So right now, I mean, Defi Yield was created in the summer of 2020. It was created by investors for investors. And, we just understand that the DeFi space is like an incredibly growing landscape of like opportunity, for a lot of people to really enjoy and to like profit from. But one of the unfortunate issues is that there's a lot of scams and, rug pulls that are still there that, are very risky for users. And so Defi Yield understands that, in order for people and users to really succeed in the space, it's important for them to feel safe, to navigate the space in a way where they can really, enjoy, learning and, earning from a lot of different opportunities, and really, having ways to really reduce the risks. And so that's how Defi Yield came about, is they understood that we need to really create a lot more advanced security tools that users can use and access at any time to look up if a protocol, has had rug pulls or, or issues in the past, and then they can kind of decide for themselves if that's the right opportunity for them. And, but also be able to access a lot of these, really incredible yield farming protocols, and platforms from one place, so it's nice to be able to see that from one spot and manage your assets across various chains.
I looked at your website and I saw that you guys have a lot of different chains. Do you have a bridging protocol as well?
We don't have a bridging protocol right now at the moment.
Okay. Now, can you tell us, do you guys have like a mission statement that you go by?
Yeah, I mean, our mission statement is manage your DeFi life. And so that's essentially meaning like manage your NFTs, your various assets in the DeFi space. So your staking, liquidity pools, across various different protocol platforms, and to be able to track your profit and losses, and be able to view that from a multi-wallet access in one place.
That sounds really good. I really like that. I've seen your dashboard. It looks really good. It's very clean, and I'm really impressed with your guys' project. And I see that you guys have a lot of partners. Do you guys want to tell us a little bit about your partners?
Yes, we actually have over 500 investors, and so that consists of like the top VCs, angels, exchanges, crypto companies, influencers, and a lot of them bring more than just capital to the table. They bring a lot of professional advisory, resources, and most of all, like meaningful connections. But we're really grateful that a lot of our investors and partners really align with our values of community first. So that's really important. And so like currently, and aside from investors, we're also partnering with a lot of the blockchains that we're working with as well, so that we can work really closely with them in order to onboard a lot of the top TVL, protocols, top and emerging TVL protocols, I would say. Yeah.
That's really interesting. I really like a lot of that you've done. I like that the teams that you've pulled together and the investors. A lot of people really believe in your project. It's really cool. So say on launch, when is your launch date?
For launch of the IDO?
Not for the IDO, just your, but yeah, both. How about both? Your IDO and then your public launch date.
Yeah, so we don't have a date specified for either right now. So we're currently completing through our private sale at the moment. And but the IDO is looking, both are looking at potentially going into like right now, Q2. We had some delays, some external things going on, but it's actually really good that we just did a slight pause. It actually serves the investors much better, because it allows us to also focus on a lot of the developments going on in the background, which give more value to the token and also to the IDO. So, but yeah, we're looking at Q2 right now for both.
That sounds great. It's really better to have a much more polished product, I think, when you first launch, because I think when you have a polished product, even if you take that extra time to do it, it's better to have something that works than when you launch and you have bugs or issues and something that doesn't work. And I mean, on launch, people are going to be able to connect their wallet and manage their investments across multiple chains. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And so what other services does your platform offer for people? And what kind of sets you guys apart from other platforms?
Yeah. So I would say, our competitive advantage, we have a few things that I think give us a competitive advantage. So one of the things that that do that for us is we're actually one of the only, if not so, very likely one of the only right now, solely asset management dashboards that support more than one chain type. A lot of asset management dashboards often support just like, EVM or Terra or Solana. And, and it's very difficult for them to often support both. So it's a challenge for a lot of platforms. And, and somehow, DeFiYield has been able to crack the code. We are leading as definitely a competitive advantage as being the only dashboard right now that supports EVM, Solana, Terra, Cardano is coming soon. Currently we have 18 chains that we support. And we have about 10 more chains also coming soon in about the next 30 days or so.
You guys are going to have your hands in a lot of different blockchains, which I think is really important, especially when you can just go on one single dashboard and then just be able to utilize any protocols associated with all these different blockchains. I feel like personally, it really does give like people, an opportunity to have all this kind of stuff in one place, and it's really impressive. Can you tell us a little bit about like your initial marketing plans for your IDOs and your launching?
Yeah, absolutely. So with our marketing plans, we have like a great deal of we have a lot of marketing that we do. I would say we're very heavy in the marketing department. We put out a lot of fresh content daily and also weekly. Everything from ultimate farming guides, which is an in-depth guide that takes people, allows people to navigate through various chains and protocols, very in-depth step-by-step. I would say it's probably one of its kind. We haven't seen anything else that is in-depth that's being provided by a dashboard like ours. We also provide a lot of blogs and tutorials on YouTube, step-by-step tutorials on how to use a lot of these yield farming protocols so that we can support newbie users and also experienced users as well. We have a channel with our co-founder, Michael Rosner, where we interview a lot of the top thought leaders in the blockchain and DeFi space. And yeah, so people can like get a behind the scenes, understanding, what's going on behind a lot of these projects and feel just a lot more connected, community wise in the space. So yeah, that's just a list a couple things, that we're doing.
So are you guys taking like more a holistic approach? You're looking for your project scans different protocols, looks for the best yield staking, and then provides that for the users?
Yeah, so I mean, like our scanner's coming out this year, and so it's really gonna. We have a lot of features coming out actually. So one of them is where when users attach their wallets, where we have a feature coming out where it's going to show them all the accounts in their wallets and the risk profile of each of them. So they'll be able to see, the high, medium, low risk. If they were to use our scanner, they can look even deeper into that department and take a look at if there's any vulnerabilities in the smart contracts. Yeah, so. And then, and then they can also use our audit and rec database and be able to pull up audits and take a look at to see if there's been any rug pulls or attacks in the past, and it just gives users a way more informed position when it comes to, investing in the DeFi yield space and playing in that. And they'll be able to navigate that, I think, not I think, but a lot, just a lot better in terms of managing their risk. And so, which will naturally just increase their success rate, in the space and by being able to play a bit safer.
That's a really good plan. So your focus is very much on security?
Yeah, that's definitely one of our focuses. One of our focuses is security so that we can reduce, ideally the rate of rug pulls or people falling into, being victims of rug pulls and attacks. So they can see at least if the code in the smart contracts, if the project itself is a high risk or not. If it's low risk, then that's good. Then their chances are definitely much less. So why not have a way to know that much earlier on versus kind of after investing?
So not only does it have you provide the security aspect, it also helps provide like what's the word I'm looking for, like an informed decision when they're deciding whether or not to invest in a project.
Yes, absolutely.
That's great. What do you know what your initial market cap is going to be?
I don't know that yet. That information hasn't been released yet.
Okay, great. All right, I'm going to go ahead and let some of the community ask questions. We do have a little bit of a feedback coming from you, Sonali. I don't know if you're able to hit that mute button when you're done talking, and then just unmute yourself, just so that there you go. Beautiful. Thank you so much. It was so hard to hear myself talk. Okay, we got a few questions to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and open it up so that other people can ask better questions than me. All right, Brian, I'm going to go ahead and allow you to speak. Go ahead and unmute yourself and ask Sonali any question you want.
Hello. My question, most of the new investors only focus on the price of the token and the short-term benefit of the project rather than understanding the true value of the project. Can you tell us about the motivation and benefit for investors to hold your token long term? Thank you.
Benefits of the token?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So benefits of the token, I would say there's actually going to be a lot of benefits for the token. So users are going to be able to stake the token, and they're going to be able to stake, swap, participate in on-chain governance, where they can vote on important decisions that evolve the future of DeFiYield. And and there's actually going to be quite a bit. For in terms of like utility as well. So, some of the, for utility, the dashboard, they're going to be able to, stakers will be able to have like an on-chain, DeFi token holders will also be able to collateralize their stake tokens and mint stable coins with the DeFi USD, with a goal to maintain a 1-to-1 peg USD ratio. It's quite a few benefits actually.
All right, thank you, Brian. Appreciate your question, buddy.
Thank you.
All right, we got 2 more questions here. I'm going to go ahead and unmute you. Aim high at Gymnet. Allowing you to speak. Go ahead and unmute yourself and ask Sonali whatever question you got.
Hello, anyone hear me?
Hear you loud and clear, my friend.
Yeah. What is his name again? Sonali, you mentioned about the utility. Now, will utility will launch at the same time or the token launch? It is to promote the holding and the purchasing of the DeFi Yield tokens. Do you get my point?
So the question is, will the utility launch at the same time as the token?
Yeah.
I mean, right now we're like a lot of things are being built simultaneously together. So I mean, for the utility, partial of the utility will be built, while the token is also getting released. Take in mind, we also have a blockchain that is a DeFi Yield blockchain coming out as well. That's going to be coming out at the Q4. That'll be our test net coming out. Our main net will be coming out after that. But yeah, no, so once that's out, a lot more of our utility will also be available for users. But we're currently, our token is launching on Ethereum, Binance Chain, and also Avalanche. So some of our utility will also be available during that time.
It's great. Now, my second question is, how do you promote your products in the different countries where we're in the countries that different language and English is not spoken well?
We currently have a few channels right now. So in Telegram channels, we have one for Turkey, Turkish community, Chinese, and so we have a few. We're also working with a lot of community leaders around the world to be able to give more people around the world in international countries access to DeFi Yield. So it's community is a really important piece to us. We really value that, and so that's kind of a main focus for us as well. That's why we put out a lot of the educational content that we do, so that we can help more and more people learn and understand how to better navigate, the space of DeFi. So, but yeah, we're currently working. We're going to be expanding this mission as well, and working with a lot of very team leaders in the DeFi space, but on an international level for different countries.
Thank you for that. And now, my last question is, beyond the usual marketing, what are the extra steps you taking to ensure you keep the investors motivated and happy, especially in this current market situation where there is so much fear,
Multiple questions per person, or is it one question?
We have 4 more people that are going to have questions here. So. But we do allow multiple questions per person.
Thank you.
Gotcha. Could you repeat your question again? Sorry. Hi, could you repeat your question again? I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I'm just wondering if the audience member could repeat their question again.
Hey, Aim, hi, can you hear us?
Yeah. There's a lot of echo going in.
Can you repeat?
To repeat my last question, right? Hello?
Yeah, please repeat your last question, bro, and then we'll move on.
You said, beyond the usual marketing, what other extra steps are you taking to ensure you keep your investors motivated and happy, especially in this current market situation where there is so much fear? Any steps to keep investors motivated?
So how to keep investors motivated? So to keep investors motivated, what we do, it's really important that we keep them up to date with what's happening with the project, our recent releases. I think a lot of users or investors everywhere, what they really want is they just want to be rest assured and feel confident that the project is developing important features and important services. Also, that their team is strong and that the capital is there, and that the relationships, that they, in terms of their partnerships, are very strong as well. And we value a lot of our partnerships. Like I said, we have over 500, investors, and that we are very honored and proud to have, and also with our partners with a lot of the blockchain. So DeFi Yield definitely has a strong position in terms of the partnerships and relationships that they hold. And so, it's going to be a strong project for a long time, and we're in it for the long term and for the long haul. And so, on a daily basis, we make sure to answer any questions, our investors have, people in the community. We constantly, we don't wait for anyone to also ask. We like to offer sometimes information before that happens. And it's important to just really, and I think through that, it delivers a lot of confidence and rest assurance in the project is it's just going strong, regardless of anything happening externally, we're going full force with development in the back end right now.
Awesome. Thank you. All right. We'll go to our next question. Let's see. We'll go to DBT Douglas. I'm going to go ahead and unmute you. Go ahead and ask your question. We're getting a little bit of short on time, so we'll try to keep it down to quick questions as much as possible.
Yeah, I just got a two-part question. Thank you for having me. So with your dashboard, do the actual investors have to connect their wallets to it?
Yes. Yeah. So the way to use it is you go on the dashboard, you connect your wallet, and then once you connect your wallet, you're going to be able to see all of the various yield farming protocols that you are connected to, that in terms of the chains that we support. So if you have yield farming protocols on EVM, Terra, Solana, you'll be able, Binance, you'll be able to see that on the dashboard. We're actually currently looking at building a feature where you can actually just see all the protocols, that we support that aren't limited to just what you have connected your wallet to. But yeah, you'll be able to see everything, a lot of what you're connected to. Once you connect your wallet, it'll automatically pull it up for you. And it's really nice because sometimes when you're playing in different platforms, it's sometimes tough to keep track of where what is. And but with the DeFi Yield platform, that's why a lot of people are using the DeFi Yield platform, because it solves that for them immediately. And it's a real big hallelujah for a lot of people. And so and soon you're going to be able to invest, swap, and revoke your tokens from these platforms, all from the DeFi Yield platform, using multi-wallets.
Perfect. The second part to my question was, what protocols of security do you have in place to protect your investors? Whether it be from hacks or,
Yeah. So security protocols we have. So currently we have the audit rec database where any and all users can access for free. It has over 2,500 audits in there where you can search a particular yield farming protocol that you're looking at working with, and you can pull up an audit and you can take a look if there's been any rug pulls, scams, attacks, anything that's happened in the past. It gives you a full in-depth view of, the history of this protocol. And, because a lot of people don't know this stuff, right? A lot of people just kind of blindly dive in and try things and don't really know the risk profile of the platform. And then we have the scanner where, even developers, can use, they can, that are creating either yield farming projects, and they can take a look to see if there's any vulnerabilities in the code so that they can correct that, improve that, and deliver a better quality experience to their users. But users can use this well if they're interested in going in more depth into the smart contracts that are connected to their yield farming accounts, and it'll pull up a really nice, easy to read risk profile. But it also goes in depth as well. If you'd like to go deeper into that.
More of what's the security on your website? So if they're going to be connecting their wallet to the dashboard, what's the security that you have to make sure that they're safe and that if you guys don't get hacked, that their funds can't get drained, etc.
So we don't stop that. What we do is we provide the tools where users can use them in order to make better decisions in safety. So we offer the information, and we offer the security tools, and we offer everything that's needed for them to make those better decisions. But in terms of a security layer, we're going to have a security layer on our blockchain once that comes out in Q4. So any protocols that are built on the blockchain will also adopt that security layer. So everything will, pass through those scanners, and information will spit out very quickly for users.
Have security measure, right? Like because when you look, everybody's like afraid. People get afraid to connect their wallet. Like we had this problem here at HedgePay too, where people were like a little bit nervous about connecting their wallet to hedgepay.org, and like they were, because it's like an outside website, because they just want to make sure that their funds are safe when they connect to an outside website. But you guys have security in place to prevent any like hacking attacks for your dashboard and things like that, right? Not other projects, but your project specifically.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, the thing is, when users connect their wallets to our dashboard right now, it's connecting their wallet to our dashboard to the existing account that they have, with these other platforms. But we definitely do have a security layer, absolutely, because, that's one of our main focuses. So yes, absolutely. We do ramp on that. Often, and we even put our smart contracts also through multiple audits, so which they've currently passed, which is great. But but we're big on that, on everything that we do.
Great. Thank you so much for that answer. All right, we're going to go on to the next person. Thank you for your question, Douglas. Appreciate you, buddy. All right. Let's see.
Hello?
Stanley ND, we're going to go ahead and unmute you. You can speak.
Can I ask a question? Hey? Hello?
Go ahead, ask a question.
All right. My question is about helping investors make better decisions. So I think it's really catchy. But I'd like to know the mechanism, right? And will it be automated at some point, or will it be totally opinionated? If it's going to be automated, what kind of technology do they intend to employ, or are you employing currently? That's my question.
Sorry, can you repeat your question? What was your?
Okay, I'm saying that my question is about helping investors make better decisions, right? So what mechanism are you using? Will it be automated at some point, or will it be totally opinionated? If it's going to be automated, what kind of technology do you intend to employ, or are you employing currently?
Gotcha. We're actually going to be offering both. So there's going to be everything from manual to automated security measures that we have. So the manual part is the audit and rep database. So you have to manually type in a protocol in there that you'd like to pull up and audit on, and to view that information. In terms of automated security layers, we have the scanner version 2, and we'll have DeFiYield Shield feature, which will, anytime you connect your wallet, and it automatically will show you all of the yield farming accounts that you have on these different chains. It'll pull that up automatically. It will. And so it will show that, it'll show you the risk profile of each of those accounts. So that's an automatic feature, because once you have your accounts all set up, once you connect your wallet to DeFi Yield platform. It'll show you all your accounts, and it'll show you all of the accounts, and it'll show you the risk profile breakdown of each of them. You'll be able to see that for, where you have your liquidity pools, where you're staking, where you're borrowing and lending. And in that way, you can kind of see if there's like a particular platform that you are tracking that has a higher risk profile than others, or suddenly its risk profile has increased for some reason. You'll be able to see that right away from the DeFiYield dashboard. And then you'll have an opportunity, if you want, you can revoke your coins right from the DeFiYield dashboard from that protocol. So you don't have to log into that protocol separately. You can actually do it all from the DeFiYield dashboard. Yeah.
Okay, thanks a lot. Because I actually saw that on your website that you intend to help in that area, so I had to ask the question. Thanks for the answer to that. Thank you.
Thanks for your question, buddy. All right, I think I unmuted Stanley ND. Do you have a question? If not, I'll go on to the next person since we're getting a little bit short on time.
Hello, good evening. Please, I want to know what motivated you to start this project. That's my first question, actually. But what motivated you to start the project? Thank you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Sonali?
Yes, I'm here. Yeah, so I think what motivated us to start the project is, so before, like, the project was started again in the summer of 2020 by investors and foreign investors. But what motivated to start the project is we really wanted to see the DeFi space grow and see more people, participating in the space. But in order to really do that, we need to really tackle these some of these like rug pulls and attacks and things going on. And there's other people who get affected by that, often get really affected. And then it affects the onboarding of new users, right? Because then it makes them shy on, is it safe? Is it safe to use this dashboard? Is it safe to use this platform? And so we feel in order for the DeFi space to really grow, we really need to offer better tools that allow users to play in the space a lot safer and be able to see some of these potential risks way more ahead of time versus like after they invested when it's sort of too late. So that's kind of why we started this project, because one, we want to grow the DeFi space. We want to grow the DeFi community. We want to support them better with better tools. And we want to make sure, users can access, just about everything they need to be successful in this space. So one is the, top chains. Two is be able to access various yield farming protocols. And then three is be able to access some of the most advanced security tools so that they can be able to view these security risks right away versus having to wait for the news to tell them that, a hack has already happened, sort of thing, or a rug pull's happened. They'll be able to see that way faster and much more advanced, and then make much more strategic decisions fairly faster. And I think it'll just enhance the learning experience also for DeFi users. They're spending less time, with sort of risk-related experience, and then they can spend more time, advancing their journey and really enjoying the DeFi space.
Okay, that's perfect. My second question goes like this. Can you list 3 killer features of your project that makes it ahead of competitors? Like, what are the competitive advantages that you feel more confident about? Hello?
Excuse me, I'm very, very sorry, but those are generic questions. Those are generic questions.
So what gives us a competitive advantage?
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. So I would say what gives us a competitive advantage is there's actually a lot of things that give us a competitive advantage. So, one of the things is we actually are the first asset management dashboard to support more than one chain type. And so what that means is a lot of asset management dashboards can only support one chain type. So like either an EVM chain, Ethereum chains, or like Terra or a Binance chain, for example. So it's very challenging for dashboards to be able to support more than one. It's like that's why they don't do it. But so yeah, so DeFi Yields, somehow we've been able to crack the code with we have like phenomenal developers that are working with us, and and so we actually support more than one chain type. Actually, we support more than two, and soon more than three. We support EVM, we support Solana, we support Parachains, and soon we have Cardano coming next. We support also we're going to be supporting Cardano chains as well, and yeah. And so that definitely gives us a competitive advantage for that part. And also other things that give us a competitive advantage. We're the only dashboard to have, I would say, the most advanced security tools. We don't have any competitors in that department. So we have similar dashboards, but they're not really, they still don't offer the amount of chains that we do. They don't have the level of security that we do. So, in that sense, we don't actually have any competitors because there's no one that's competing with us. Sorry, one second. Yeah. So there's nobody that's competing with us on those levels at the moment. So that, naturally gives us a competitive advantage, because of that. There's other dashboards that have some level of security tools, but nowhere near the level that we, in advanced levels that we offer. Yeah. And also, we're on target to onboard 800. We currently have over 60 yield farming protocols that users can access from our dashboard. But we're on target to onboard 800 yield farming protocols by the end of 2022.
Awesome. Thank you for that question. That was great. I'll go with one more quick question. It's got to be one question, though, because we're short on time. So let me grab one more person. Shabazz.
Excuse me, Mason. Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Yeah, thank you. So my question is actually about about the assurance that you guys are going to give us. I would like to know the assurance that your contracts will not malfunction after launch, because this is something that has been happening to many projects lately, even after they've done auditing. So I want to know the assurance that yours will not malfunction, even if it's malfunction. Like, are you guys going to go for it, try to quickly do it, and then the assurance that you guys will not abandon the project if market goes back? You get my question?
Yeah, absolutely. So we absolutely are not going to abandon this project. I think a lot of all the team members on the project right now. This is one of the reasons I really enjoy working for DeFi Yield, because everybody who's working for DeFi Yield is so passionate about the project. So and it's like I can't imagine anybody leaving this, and even when there's tough things going on right now in the world, right? Which I'm sure some people are aware of, but it's really important for us as a core to keep the team strong. In terms of safety and long term, absolutely, we audit all of our smart contracts. So DeFiYield does get audited. We don't just audit other companies. Of course, that's important for us to give that information to our users so they can feel safer. But we make sure that all of our contracts and a lot of our processes get audited as well. So we've actually currently already passed, our smart contracts have passed multiple audits as of right now. This is going to be for our token and for everything moving forward. And yeah, and if there is by some chance, there's a vulnerability or something going on in our code or something happens, we passionately will jump on top of that to fix that and do what we can and get outside sources to also audit us to make sure that if there's anything that we're not catching, we want to make sure we catch it somehow in some way to fix that. But as of right now, we're not releasing anything unless it's been audited.
Okay, so I'm sorry, I have one more question to ask, because when you're investing in a project, you have to be sure of what you are diving into. So we have people that we call swing traders in a project. Investors, they're investors. This is what they do actually. When the price of the particular project is low, they buy. Like during this pre-sale time now, they buy, and then when the price and when it started going up, then they sell and wait for it to come down. And when they see that okay, it has come down again, then they invest again, and they take the whole profit again when they realize that it has gone up. So now I would like to ask you, do you have any plans to deal with those type of swing traders? Because that will affect other investors.
Yeah, to be honest, we our whole platform is going to be decentralized. So this isn't a centralized platform where it's controlled by one specific body. So the whole purpose of it is for it to be centralized, trustless, permissionless, and so that a lot of it is really controlled and also going to be growing in terms of an on-chain governance through the ecosystem. So, we don't have really, I think, as of right now, control over what people are going to trade or how they're going to trade. So, yeah, I mean, but in some sense, it's a good part on our side because we don't plan to influence that either on our end. Yeah, and I don't think you're actually going to see a lot of that either because it's really going to follow just a natural course of the market of what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, in the market, but we can't control what other people buy and how much they buy. So in a good way, it's good because we're not going to influence and manipulate that on our end. We're not going to be able to because of it being decentralized and giving a lot of that, permission to our users. Control to the user.
There's not really too much you can do about people choosing to speculate on market price. In fact, it's a good thing. It's a positive thing for a token, and I think it's not a problem at all. I think especially with a project like this that's so legitimate. You guys have a lot of backers, and a lot of you're going to be and you have your own blockchain and things like that. I mean, I really think that people are going to be. This is going to be one of the ones that people buy and kind of hold. So I'm really excited about your project. Unfortunately, we can't get to too many other questions. We have another AMA coming up in 2 minutes here. So Sonali, thank you so much for coming on. Thanks for talking with our people. We really appreciate you. Thank you for private sale with us. We're really excited about that. I'll be personally buying it. I really am a big fan of this project. If you want to go ahead and close this out with any final words, we're all ears.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, guys. So first of all, big thank you. Big thank you to HedgePay and to the community. Thank you everybody for joining and participating with the AMA today. Much appreciated. And I guess final words is I'd love, if anybody's interested in getting more involved in DeFi Yield, I really absolutely invite you to check out our dashboard, go to our website, DeFiYield.app, and connect your wallets, take a look, and, be able to experience viewing a lot of your accounts from one place. It'll show up automatically, and try out our tools. Try out the security tools, explore that, and then follow us on Twitter and join our Telegram if you're interested in learning more about the IDO and listing that we're going to be having. Join us on our DeFi Yield token Telegram. So. But anyways, thanks again, guys. Really appreciate it. And thank you to everyone in this.
And Sonali, thank you so much for coming. We appreciate it so much.
All right, you guys. Thanks so much. up next, what we have is AI Tech.